Alright, game 3 here. And looking at the board, things that jump out to me is cultist and familiar, right? I always have this question of which is not which is probably a poor choice of words, but what is better, the curses or the ruins? What should I put into my opponent's deck? Um, Often with cultists, the ruins are much more quickly distributed than the familiar, any other cursor rather. So I think you generally want to go that way first and then maybe come back for the cursor. We both have 2-5 I believe here. And I go for the cultist opening. I think that's a fairly easy call. And I pick up a crossroads. Why did I pick up the crossroads? Well, again, I don't know why, but I was entertaining some thoughts of building an engine here. There's cultist withdraw, there's squire and crossroads for plus action. Maybe I could do an engine. I'm hoping for a big doctor overpay early in the game here. But I mean, in retrospect, I think that is quite foolish. On 4, my opponent gets a Wandering Minstrel, which is good. It'll help cycle past a lot of junk and get him to his cultist much more quickly. 3 here is a squire, and 2 here for me, going to buy an estate to trash the hovel because I have a crossroads and would like to see that crossroads draw more cards. So now my opponent goes for a doctor overpay here, trashing a few cards, but like I said, in retrospect, I think the engine is futile, right? I think a better plan is to get like 2 or 3 cultists, and then on a hand like this here, pick up a potion. My opponent picked up a potion last turn. I didn't immediately follow him because I wanted to buy Doctor here on this big hand. But I go for a scouting party and I figure, okay, when I get another $4 hand, I'll go for the familiar. Right, I figure if I, buy my Doctor, get thin, the curses won't trouble me as much, which is true, but Doctor can't do that at this point in the game. Doctor is not very good at trashing cards, especially ruins. Doctor can't do that very well. So I pick up more crossroads here again, just trying to establish some kind of engine, but it's all futile. And in the back of my mind during the game, I thought that this isn't going to work very well, but I still went ahead and did it. I am not sure why. Alright, so I was talking about the ideal plan, right? So 7 here I think is a doctor overpay by me here. So the ideal plan would pick up the potion when my opponent got the potion, go for a familiar or 2, maybe just 1, and then every subsequent 3 potions should be a philosopher's stone. Because I believe with the scouting party, along with the philosopher's stone, look, not even a doctor, they are not a cultist, which is fine. I guess there's still enough ruins in the game. So every other 3 potion after that initial familiar or 2 should be a philosopher's stone, because with the scouting party you could see that a lot more often than you think. So I think that's the ideal plan, and I think both of us tried for something that wasn't really there, going for this kind of engine. Because my opponent has the minstrel, puts a curse in here, is able to pick up another familiar at this point. So 5 here for me is probably going to be another cultist. At this point now I decided to pick up the potion, but it's really a bit too late. I mean, I'm not even guaranteed in any kind of way to get the 3 potion because of the amount of junk in my deck. I mean, look, this is why Doctor doesn't work, right? Doctor just completely missed there. Although I shouldn't have been naming a state with my Doctor because I have the crossroads in my deck. I don't want to be naming a state. I don't know why I named a state. Wasn't a very intelligent Doctor decision there. Anyways, so we have now 6, and here's why I overpay for Doctor again. seeing that a lot of my good cards are here, maybe I'll get 3 bad cards out. I find a Doctor, which I have no problem trashing. Curse and a Ruins. So I am not too unhappy about trashing those things. But my opponent quickly puts 2 more curses back into my deck here. So I haven't really thinned anything. I've gotten rid of 2 junk cards and my opponent just put 2 junk cards back in my deck. 4 Potion is another familiar for them, really going for the cursing at this point. And why not, right? The curses is a point difference. And here's what I'm talking about, right? Buying the potions so late, I was very lucky there to get up to familiar. I didn't have to get to familiar, but I did somehow. So my opponent has picked up a bishop as well, right? Now I wasn't too unhappy to see the bishop, honestly, because him trashing means I'm trashing. And if we both get thin, then, I'm not too unhappy about that, obviously. This is an excellent hand for this game. Dropping 2 curses in my deck is not excellent at all. Oh, 3 curses. My bad. So, and another thing that would go well with the Scouting Party Philosopher's Stone plan is the Squire. You'll just mostly use it to gain silvers. If it shows up with a Philosopher's Stone, go for plus buys. And you're good that way. So I really think the Philosopher's Stone thing would have been much better than what either of us did here. But I don't know, man, we just engine crazy in this game. So, I mean, look, 2 potion. What am I gonna do with 2 potion? Scouting Party, but I really wanted another familiar, for example, or Philosopher's Stone. Can't get any of that. So yeah, my opponent trashes with their bishop here, and I'm able to trash as well. So we both get a bit thinner, but my opponent has a point for their troubles. I might want a bishop, and I do pick up a bishop here, I believe. It is between bishop and Wandering Minstrel. And I think the Minstrel is a bit more valuable to defend my actions, but I'm not sure. I mean, look, Moneylender is an option too, but that can't be good at this point in the game, right? So I go for the Minstrel. Also, another reason for going for the Ruins first over the Curses, because Minstrel trips over the Ruins, right? And it really kills any potential for an engine whatsoever. If you go for the curses first, Minstrel can filter all these curses out to the end of your shuffle or the end of your deck, and then maybe you could play Doctor or get a big Doctor overpay and just knock off curses very easily. So I think here the Ruins are a bit better for junking than the curses. It also makes them less likely to get to 3 potion if you go for the Ruins right away, just because of the sheer volume you could put into their deck early on in the game. I mean, you can't 100% ignore cursing. Well, I don't know if that's true at all, really. Maybe you can just not get any familiars, just get Philosopher's Stones and be perfectly fine that way. But I wouldn't do that. I would pick up at least 1 familiar and then go for Philosopher's Stone. I don't know. But yeah, so the rest of the game from this point is very straightforward, right? I mean, we play a lot of cards but don't have a lot of money. So I try to rectify that with a silver, and my opponent slowly trashes away with the bishop they have to slowly make their deck better and develop some kind of engine, right? But you see here, it take a very long time to do that because I won that ruin split at least 6-4. I'm not sure how much I won it by, but I'm pretty sure I won that ruin split. Crossroads first here. I could play the doctor. I should play the doctor first here, but misplays, of course. Get a curse out of the way. I'm genuinely surprised that a doctor actually managed to trash something, gain a silver off the squire, because now I'm just going to try to put a lot of money in my deck. I realize my deck is garbage, and nothing is ever going to line up reliably, so I might as well try and increase the money density in my deck. Try to buy nice things because my opponent has been able to buy a few more nice things than me, particularly Wandering Minstrels. So I'm not sure how they did that, but they did that probably because they don't have as many curses in their deck. That is probably the reason. And now you see this nice little play here. My opponent was able to see that there was a squire on top of the deck, used Doctor to trash the squire to gain a cultist. Very nice little play to build the draw in my opponent's deck here, but look, after all these action cards, just one money. That is underwhelming, right? That is completely underwhelming. Can't even buy a squire or a scouting party with that. More silver for me here because I don't really know what else to do on $3 here. Another minstrel for my opponent, so departure of styles at this point. Here I catch myself and play the Doctor first, and it manages to get a curse out. Again, I'm genuinely impressed by that. Doctor doesn't usually do that. However, going for all these silvers here means that Minstrel is going to skip quite a few of them because that's just what Minstrel does. Oh well, what can you do? So I don't think Minstrel would work well in the Philosopher's Stone because it'll just discard your Philosopher's Stone and then you weep. So here I get rid of the Cultist. Why? Because I had quite a bit of money and I thought, well, if I drew 3 more cards, maybe I could get up to Province, right? Maybe I could try to organize some kind of 3 pile this way, because if the game goes on long enough, my opponent will win because they have the better deck in terms of draw, in terms of actions. They have the bishop, which they could play more frequently. So here that's a misplay. That 10 should be scouting party and province. So you see I make a lot more misplays in the remaining matches of this game. I don't want to make excuses for myself, but I mean, I did play this. This is my 9th game of Dominion on the trot here. I'm going into what 4+ hours or so, but still, I should be a bit more aware and shouldn't be playing so fast. So here I sped up this part of the game because it's really just now my opponent is really starting to come together. They are able to even use their Doctor to trash ruins, which is incredible. You can name properly which ruin there is because of the Minstrel. They go for a second bishop, and I'm not doing too many exciting things for this turn here. We'll get rid of this rune market, but 3 is not an encouraging amount of money. Go for a scouting party at this point. Good thing because not a lot of good cards was there. I'm able to line up a crossroads with a cultist and see a couple silver. So maybe it's another province for me here. Not sure, not sure. So yeah, you see my opponent get rid of a ruins there with the Doctor and getting to trash 2 things with the bishop. So things are looking very scary now. I don't think I have time anymore to run piles. So I'll just see what I could do from here. Maybe I could get enough provinces somehow. I don't expect to be honest, but I mean, we could try. We could get super lucky. Who knows? Silver gaining off this squire, obviously, and 6. I'm gonna buy a duchy here. Maybe should I be a cultist? I don't know. Just to, again to try to run piles, right? Um, Here I have somehow enough money for a province, so I am gonna pick up the province here. 5 for my opponent is going to be another cultist, I believe. So they're playing it quite well, very aware of the piles. I can't get 4 Wandering Minstrels or maybe 2 cultists immediately. So maybe on that province, I don't know, maybe that should have been a cultist, hoping for cultist here. So I could have gone for scouting party and cultists. So here I could have trashed my overgrown estate, but I didn't trash the overgrown estate. I don't know why. Another misplay by me here. So this game, I apologize for this. Is poor play, littered with misplays. And like even last turn, I didn't consider, okay, maybe I could scouting party and then buy a cultist and probably buy another cultist and sneak out a win. I'm not sure. But they had a bunch of points off the bishop, so I don't think that would have worked. They could have, bought points plus gain points off the bishop and just probably even won the game if I bought the cultist. So at this point, I think I am locked out unless my opponent has a real dead turn, but I'm not really sure how they're going to have a dead turn at this point. So again, I shortly resigned this game after seeing that my opponent has been able to construct the engine after the many troubles. I'm just going to buy like a province or turn from here on out. I'm going to play the bishop a lot too, so I resigned this one in short order, seeing the reliability of my opponent's deck and the underwhelming capacity of my deck here. So this is game 3, a few misplays in it, and I think overall both of us didn't pick the best strategy here. So not a great game of Dominion, but it happens sometimes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in game 4.